Tammy Bruce is a radio show host and president of Independent Voice. Heather McDonald is a contributing editor at City Journal and the author of The Diversity Delusion, and they both join us now. Heather McDonald, to you first. How should we assess these claims, both in the New Yorker story and from Christine Ford?
Well, with our traditional standards of justice, obviously, what we're looking at right now, Tucker, is the arrival of campus culture into the world at large, and it is not a pretty sight. It's a combination of rank ignorance of what an extraordinary accomplishment it was to develop standards of due process. You referred to medieval trials by ordeal and the presumption of guilt. What we're hearing from students and these senators, they have no knowledge of what we have, with difficulty and the work of centuries, moved away from to assure fairness to the accused. And what we're also seeing is the victim ideology that holds that females everywhere are necessarily the victims of male patriarchy and a rape culture. That is false. It is pure ideology. But this type of mass hysteria is the norm on campus, and it has now taken over the world at large. And as you say, we are on a very dangerous, slippery slope towards government oppression and mass injustice.
Tammy Bruce, you agree with that?
Yes. This interview you just had was shocking. You've got now Brett Kavanaugh effectively being used as a stand-in for all perpetrators. And I think something happened to Ms. Ramirez and Dr. Ford. And they are slotting Judge Kavanaugh into the perpetrator framework. And in the name of women and many who have not ever had justice and have never had closure, and effectively this is what the Democrats are admitting. And what your guest said effectively was that so many women have not been believed or have been heard. And that is unfair, and we've got to fix it. But we're not going to fix it by becoming fascists and by blaming every man and presuming every man is guilty. Americans have to ask themselves a very basic question. Is this fair? Is this a fair framework for everyone involved? The Me Too movement at this point has been hijacked. That was a nonpartisan movement that women could relate to. This is now being used as a weapon. Clearly, it's been weaponized at this point. And not only should American men be concerned, but the women who have sons and husbands and boyfriends and brothers and fathers. My goodness, this is the opposite of what should be happening if we want real justice for women. Because right now you've got two women. Claims obviously difficult and would not stand up in a court of law or in any kind of fair discussion. The New Yorker piece has been reviled at this point. But you've got to see that women then who do make claims are going to be looked at with even more suspicion, because due process matters for the woman, the accusers especially, because we have to believe in the outcome. We have to believe in the outcome and trust it.
I could do a whole show with both of you. I wish we had more time. Thank you both very much.
Thanks, Tucker.
Heather McDonald.